Fire signs, welcome back, guys. This is So True You Tarot. So thank you so much for all your likes, guys, all those positive comments. This is going to be that weekly energy reading for that last week in May. So thank you so much. I did want to get these readings out a little bit earlier, fire signs. I do apologize. I was dealing with some situations, so I was unable to get them out as early as I wanted to. But we're here now, so we're getting them out now, all right? So thank you so much. Thank you for all those positive comments, too, on the channel. I do appreciate the positive comments, guys. All right, I'm going to shuffle one more time, fire sign, and we're going to get started with this reading. This is that last week, but remember, energy is fluid, so it doesn't really matter whenever you watch these. And if you didn't get a message, fire signs, from any of these 4 readings that I did in the month of May, then the message just is not for you, okay? Sorry about that. It's hard. Sorry about that, guys. It's hard to pick up these cards on this table because I ain't got no nails. Okay. We're going to get started. Remember, guys, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all the fire signs that's watching the reading, okay? So let's get started. Remember that first card is going to be your ego. This could be your personality, your ego. What's going on, fire signs? We got the 5 of Earth in the reverse, so I think we're not begging nobody. That's the feeling I got here in this last week. Energy, fire signs. There's a fire sign here. We're not begging. We're not begging nobody for no assistance, and we're not begging nobody for no help. And that could be our ego feeling that way. Like we're not going to ask anybody for no help. We're not begging nobody. We may be at our lowest or the low. We may not have no money right now, but we're not begging. Our ego said we're not asking for help, and we're not begging for help. So that's an ego talking. Because if you need help, fire signs, sometimes you need help. Don't let your ego knock you back from help in this last week of the month, and it sets you back even further, okay? Don't let ego make a decision. Sometimes we need a little help, all right? But the ego could tell you don't need no help, but you may need help, fire signs. This second card could be your memory, all right? This could be past or present, but I got the sun. So the sun is still the sun, even in the reverse. So I feel like, fire signs, you may not feel like you're in a good place here. You don't feel like you're in a good place, but you are in a good place with the sun. Because even in the reverse, the sun is still the sun. It's just you don't feel like you're in a good place. Because like I said, maybe financially right now, memory-wise, you feel like, maybe you felt like there was a time when you did have to beg, or a time where you were down on your luck. And people, they didn't want to help you out. And now you're thinking about that time when you was low like that. And you didn't feel good. But you at a good place. Even if you do not want to ask nobody for no help, fire signs, in this last week, you still at a good place with the sun. That means if you have to ask for help, fire signs, okay? That's why the sun is still here. It just means that you're at a good place even if you don't feel it, all right? This third card, fire sign, sorry about that, is your mental inclination. So what you're thinking about mentally about this situation is you're thinking about the priestess. So I think you may already know where you stand. You know what's going on here, fire signs. You know that financially you may not be right. You know you're still in a good place, but mentally you think you're not going to show everybody that you're not in a good place. You'll only show the good side. I'm only going to show you this. It's like she only showing she only showing the cat. Okay, so you only showing so much. You're going to show what you need to show so that people think you still good. Basically, that's how I feel. But you know that you may not be good right now. You're not in a good place, fire signs, financially. I feel like whoever resonating with me on this, okay, because not everybody is in a bad place financially, but whoever's feeling this is like, you're not going to let people see that you're only going to give them a snapshot of how you look. When they see your frame, when they see your picture, they don't see that you're struggling in this last week, fire signs. They don't see the struggle that you're going through. They see what you want them to see, the image that you're giving them, all right? What mood you in, though? I think you in a mood of Death. You think you're in the mood of letting something go. You got to let something come, or coming out of death, coming out of the situation where you got to let something go. Death means letting go of the old and accepting the new, old way of thinking, or old partner that you needed to let go of a long time ago. So maybe you coming out of that place where you had to let that old way of thinking go. The old way of feeling like you don't need no help. The old way of feeling like you got everything under control. You don't have to ask nobody. Maybe it's time to let that old way of thinking go. You can ask for help. You can take help, fire signs. You can offer help. Let people help you. Fire signs, if you need help, stop thinking that you got everything. Because my fire signs can be so strong, with that lion energy. So strong, they don't think that they need nobody to help them. But you can let people help you. That's the mood you in. The mood is letting go of that old way of thinking. That's what mood you in. Stop thinking in the old way. Start looking into a new way. Let go of the old and end with the new. Okay? But what's on your heart? Your heart is the 10 of water. So I think emotionally, what's on your heart is being at a good place emotionally. You just want to be at a good place emotionally. Maybe letting go of an old relationship or letting go of an old way of thinking so that you can get to this place of emotional satisfaction with the 10 of water. Your heart is emotionally satisfied, or you're getting, by letting go of whatever you let go of, it puts you at a place where you're emotionally satisfied, fire signs. Right now you came out of that and now you're emotionally getting back to where you need to be. You let that old relationship go, that old feeling go, that old way go, and now emotionally you back on track. Okay, with the 10 of water here. You're emotionally getting yourself back on track in this last week in May. When it comes to your health, with the 10 of air here, I feel like health-wise, I got some air signs. Health-wise, I got some fire signs that's just, health-wise, you might be up in the air with your health. Maybe right now the health is just up in the air. Maybe you just can't, the health is just not important. Like, I just feel like this person down here is trying to help you, like, I got your shoe. Like, I'll go to the doctor with you. I'm here. But I just don't, you're not hearing that right now with the 10 of air. That's not the message you waiting on. You don't want this person to help you with this right now. I don't know who going through this, but you're not looking for their help. You don't need their help. I don't know who help you want, but it's not from the person. This person that want to go to the doctor with you or help you in this situation, you don't want their help. All right, fire signs. Right now, I think you want to kind of do it on your own. That's the feeling I got here. You just want to do this on your own, whatever you're going through. All right. Sometimes you need help. How society see a situation. Society see the ace of fire. Society see that you just going, take a bite out of a situation. You just going to get through it. If you got to take a bite out of it, then you're going to take a bite. If that means breaking hearts, you breaking hearts. You biting hearts. So society don't really see. Okay. I don't think society see what you really going through. Society see you doing what you always doing. Breaking hearts. Biting hearts, doing what you always do, just going for the heart. Society don't see that you may be struggling on some other situations here. Maybe you need help in your heart, but society don't see that. But actually, emotionally, I think you're doing good. So society see you doing what you always do, biting hearts. That's what society see. They don't see that you in a situation right now, fire signs. I think towards the end, how you gonna end this energy out, it's going to end with the Knight of Earth. So I think you're going to end it on a grounded note. Like, you're going to end it, you're going to fix it. That's what you're going to do. You're going to fix it. Fire signs, if it means you break that fence in the process of getting through, then you'll break the fence. But guess what? You'll fix the fence too. Like, you'll open it. If it ain't open, you're going to open it. If it need to be closed, you're going to close it. But with the Knight of Earth here, I feel like it's going to get taken care of regardless. You're going to come in and fix it with a grounded energy. Whatever it is, it'll be taken care of, and you'll fix it if something is broken. If you break hearts, then you're going to fix the heart. But I feel like when the Knight of Earth come in this situation, that's how it's going to end out. It's going to end by getting fixed. It'll get fixed. All right. In a good way, in a grounded way. That's the end of the energy in this last week in May. Spiritual tendencies, fire signs. Spiritually, I feel like maybe we got the Empress. Spiritually, we may not be feeling like our high self. With the Empress here, the Empress know her worth. So spiritually, you would already know where you stand at spiritually. You know where you stand, where your spiritual tendencies lie. But maybe there's some fire signs here just not feeling spiritually. They don't feel like, they can call on their spiritual guides or call on their higher power to help them through a situation. But I think you can. You don't feel like you can because you're feeling low. With the Empress in the reverse, you're not feeling your worth. You don't feel up there, but you are up there, and you can call your higher power for help. If you need help, get help. Spiritual help. If you need spiritual help, get the spiritual help that you need, fire signs, in this last week, okay? Even though you don't feel it, you still got it. You still the Empress, even though you're the Empress in reverse. All right, fire signs. When it comes to work in this last week, I think you got strength in the reverse. So I think you just gonna have to hold on when it come to work. Be strong in this last week, because spiritually you don't feel like you're strong at all. But I think fire signs, you'll get through this. Hang on. Hang on. You got this. You don't feel like you got the strength, but guess what? You're the lion. Fire signs, you got the strength of a lion. You can get through this. Even if you don't feel like you're the empress in this, you could get through this. All right? Through work. You can get through work in this last week. You can get through this. Hang on just a little bit longer, okay? Whoever going through this fire signs. What you hope in this last week is you hope that people don't judge you. I think there's a hope here that you're not judged on your beauty with the Ace of Earth here in reverse. You hope that you're not being judged for your looks in this, maybe at work or in general. There's a hope here that you're not being judged for your beauty, that you're not being just judged for your looks. You know, this is my beauty card. This is somebody feeling like they're gonna be judged. Like you hope that it's just not your looks getting you through this situation. Like you hope that it wasn't your looks that got you as far as it got you. There's an energy here where a fire sign is feeling like, I hope it wasn't my looks that got me here. I hope it was my strength. I hope it was my words. It was what I used, and not just my looks. I know it wasn't just my looks that got me as far as it got me. That's the hope, that all this time it wasn't what the image that you gave off that got you where you needed to be in this last week. That's the hope. But what's going to be difficult is the Three of Air. It's going to be difficult because you're going to be blowing all over the place in this last week. That's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to find some type of balance here with the Three of Air, to find yourself in a position where you're not being blown around. It's going to be difficult. I feel like maybe there's a feeling here like somebody feel like they being blown all over the place in this last week. You here, you there, you going here, you going there. You're not at it's hard. It's making you lose hope. It's making you lose strength because you feeling like you're not in a stable place. You're being blown all over the place, going all over the place. It's not stable right now, and you don't feel stable. So you hope that it wasn't just your looks that got you that far. And maybe the looks ain't getting you far no more. Now everything is just being blown all over the place. And that's what's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult getting grounded in this last week in May. All right, fire signs. I hope this resonated with some of my fire signs. And I may see you guys next month.